I am right now more than $2 million in profit on all my trades right now. And yes, the exact reason why Bitcoin is pumping is more obvious than ever before. And if we're adding up the seasonality of this exact period historically in crypto, it exactly shows us where Bitcoin is most likely heading towards. And of course, if I'm looking in towards this massive fractal back from October 2020, we are seeing exact history repeating again. So this and much more I want to be discussing on today's update video. I want to be talking about that most important level of resistance, which we're right now retesting, my Bitcoin bull market targets, because those are right now approaching very closely in my opinion. I believe the top is nearing, but we are now in that final exponential stage here, and I want to be just exactly discuss the seasonality of Bitcoin, the most important patterns. So yeah, don't forget to once again slap all that like button. And yeah, by the way, I think there's a massive move about to happen on Ethereum, which I also want to discuss. So don't forget to slap all that like button back above 1000 likes. It will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in today's update video. So why is Bitcoin pumping right now? Of course, we've already been talking about it for quite a while, that this pump towards the upside was quite inevitable. But ever since we broke above this very important neckline right here, the continuation basically happened. And of course, the price target of this breakout is $127,000, because that is the exact price target of this W-shaped pattern on Bitcoin. But also, right now, we're starting to see that clear FOMO from the institutional side is yet again returning. Yesterday, more than $790 million worth of Bitcoin was bought by only BlackRock all alone here. And yeah, this once again shows you the interest from these institutions is returning again here. And also yesterday, we got the news that President Trump is considering a $1,000 to $2,000 stimulus check for all taxpayers for the basically higher prices that tariffs are currently creating. So we're getting a very similar situation like back in 2020, where he gave, of course, out these stimulus for, of course, the pandemic. And you know what happened afterwards with Bitcoin. If you give everyone $2,000, most likely people are going to be buying some crypto or some other stuff with it, right? So that is, of course, exactly what happened back then. And now we're getting very similar vibes yet again here. So it's not guaranteed that this is happening, but obviously this is having somewhat of an effect on the Bitcoin price action at this moment of time here. Then also, if you're just looking at the timings where we're currently in, it all adds up to each other, because the seasonality of October, November, December, Q4 of the year is historically the most bullish period in the market. And of course, we can once again see it play out just like the last two times we had the final quarter of the year. That is always where the most exponential gains got realized for crypto. So yes, I think the upcoming period is going to be very exciting. I do, however, want to be talking about, of course, that end stage of the Bitcoin bull market cycle. We are clearly approaching, if we're looking at all the previous data, if we're looking at all the previous bull runs, towards that end stage of the cycle. And yes, many people are always wondering, what are your price targets? Of course, in yesterday's video, I exactly discussed my price targets of my trades I currently have open. Right now, I'm at about $2 million in profit on all my trades right here. And you know, the best about all these trades, I shared every single setup here on YouTube and in my private Telegram group here. So if you've been following the channel, you are, of course, absolutely printing, because I started this challenge where I want to be trading my account from 1 million all the way up to about $10 million to show everyone it is clearly possible to do this with trading. And of course, I'm sharing every single trading setup beforehand. And for example, if you've been in the VIP Telegram group here, you would have seen that I, of course, opened this trade on Aptos, and I basically shared you all my exact ideas why this is going to be pumping towards the upside, because this is, for example, a swing trade I am taking right now here. And yeah, you can see it already. It is starting to catch up towards the upside. I'm giving daily updates on all my trades here. So if you want to be staying up to date about this, make sure to join the private Telegram group using that second link in today's video description. But anyways, guys, also, there is right now an insane deposit bonus running on React, because if you want to be getting into trading, if you want to start trading Bitcoin, crypto, or whatever, guys, there is right now an insane deposit bonus available. If you sign up an account, confirm your email and phone number, you can get a free coupon worth $10 to $100. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the first link in today's video description. And also on top of that, you will get a 25% fee rebate, making this one of the cheapest exchanges out there to operate from. So make sure to check it out. It's definitely very, very valuable. And yesterday, even my account hit $3 million, and it's insane to make $2 million in just a time span of about 2 months here with only trading. So very blessed, and of course, very blessed that I can show this also on YouTube and to show all the exact entries. So Of course, I want to go a little bit deeper in towards Bitcoin, because also right now, if I'm just looking at the October 2020 fractal compared to right now, we're seeing the exact same situation play out here. Also, even if we're looking towards the stimulus, like everything is coming together right now here, which is quite interesting. But basically, I'm not expecting we're going to get a 4x from here on with Bitcoin, because that is what happened in October 2020. But I do think we could be getting an ever so slight run towards the upside. And personally, I have got most of my targets set up around $137,000. And that is not an insane target. It's only like another 12% push towards the upside. But of course, those are the targets I literally set up in the bear market bottom for Bitcoin. The 2.272 on the Fibonacci extension level. Those were the targets I talked about in the bear market bottom. And that is why I remain to be sticking with these targets, because I believe that if you're going to be switching up your strategy, well, of course, everything is doing well, you may be making wrong decisions. And this is, of course, something I thought a long time ago, and I still think is going to get reached here. And if I'm looking at the Bitcoin halving cycle indicator, you can clearly see it. If we're looking at timings, we should be having this bull market end in about 3 to 4 weeks here. So very exciting how it's going to be playing out exactly. Bitcoin, of course, broke outside of the bull flag pattern. I think a continuation is likely going to happen higher. We are about to be breaking above the all-time high again here. And of course, those are things we have been talking about for a very long time already here. You can see it, an inverted head and shoulders pattern, you can definitely call it. And yeah, this is just clearly a pattern. It shows us, maybe not in a straight line here, but that we are preparing for another leg towards the upside yet again of this moment of time here. So super excited. Also, we're creating the power of 3 pattern, a very typical reaccumulation pattern. And now the expansion phase should be getting started again here. So yeah, of course, with my trades, I already updated you guys about it in yesterday's video, also in the Telegram group. But basically, for my Bitcoin trades, I will be taking very aggressive profits on this trade on $137,000. And then I'm going to be reevaluating and see what I will be doing next year. But basically, those are my price targets for my massive Bitcoin trades. I am now about $2 million in profit. So of course, yes, at some point I do have to lock in these profits, of course. Then also this trade on Aptos, I discussed it many times before in the Telegram group here, but fundamentally speaking, this pair is looking very good. And I do think the price is eventually going to be following up here. The chart also looks very great. And personally, I'm targeting 10 to about $15 with this trade. So yes, I do think a major rally is still yet to come. And yeah, for this trade as well, yeah, I am looking to lock in about $1 million for my 200K margin I'm using myself here. So that is, of course, absolutely amazing. And yes, if I'm looking at Ethereum, I think Ethereum is actually one of the better pairs right now if you compare it to Bitcoin. It is creating this massive bull flag pattern. And purely if you're looking at the weekly time frame, you can just see it's consolidating below all-time high, retested this major previous level of resistance, flipping into support right now, is creating a bull flag pattern. This, in my opinion, is a chart that looks like it is going to be breaking out massively. So I am personally still with my spot positions betting very hard on Ethereum. I'm going to be holding it open, and I think it's going to be running towards the 6,343 target, which is the first major level of resistance after we are going to be breaking above the all-time high here. So that is, of course, what I'm looking out for Ethereum. I think we're going to continue. Usually, whenever we're approaching an all-time high, you see a consolidation below it. If you see that, it is historically a very bullish thing here. So I think a continuation higher is about to happen. And of course, in my opinion, it is going to get confirmed if we break above 4,700 US dollars, that previous high in that market. So this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Slap on that like button, will be highly appreciated. And yeah, guys, check out WeX in the link description of today's video, because they are giving you away a free 100 US dollar. Of course, absolutely massive. And also a 25% fee rebate. So guys, slap on the like button and see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.